Hi, and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show, brought to you today by Boohoo Man. Don't forget, as I say every week, gears like what we got on and way more on their website, available right now. And if you use the code AFTV10, you get an extra 10% off anything that is on their website. Click the link in the description right now or scan the QR code. Big up to Boohoo Man, big up to Yardi, and big up to Ty. Good to see you guys. I weren't here last week.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome back.
Good to see you. You just disappear and left us.
Like he's invisible.
Right?
We are looking for him. He's
end up getting Cecil.
In horrible trouble.
Big up Cecil, but we end up getting Cecil. We turn up to here. I'm like, where's Robbie? Oh, he's gone away. So why? And he took. Guess who he took with him?
Expressions.
Yeah, but why am to we? Why couldn't take we? What?
Nah, you know what it is? We were doing the episode of Best of Enemies over there.
Oh, live there?
Yeah. It was brilliant, man.
Oh, really?
Big up to everybody in Qatar.
Oh, no, that's brilliant.
Also, right, we got to go to watch 3 games over there because as well as the African Cup of Nations, also the Asian Cup at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
you actually was in the stadium?
Delayed. Well, where else would I watch the game? In the stadium, innit?
We went to the game.
So I went to watch 3 games. I watched Qatar play. They won their game. We went to watch a really good game, Saudi Arabia versus Oman. That was a great game as well. Saudi Arabian fans, by the way, they're lit. Trust me, right? And then we went to watch Japan with Tomiyasu played versus Iraq, and it was a shock defeat for Japan. Japan expected to walk this tournament in a way.
Beating everyone.
Yeah, and they lost to Iraq, and I'll tell you what, Iraq were all right, man. They were all right, and then Tomiyasu came on at half-time and he played well.
Yeah.
He looked fit, so that's a good sign for Arsenal that Tomiyasu was back. But a shock defeat for them.
Is that their first game? Is that their first game of the competition?
I think that was their second game. I think. Yeah, they won their first game. Yeah,
group stages.
They'll still get through, but it was a shock.
There's a chance they not get through.
I don't think they. They'll get through. But it was a shock defeat for them.
That's what they done.
I mean, they've had a couple of injuries, and they obviously didn't have Tomiyasu until half-time. Mitoma weren't playing because he's injured. But I think they'll still get through. But by the way, the attendance is out there. I know, I've been watching some of the AFCON games. I was watching a couple yesterday, and stadium sort of half full for some of them games. But all the games I went to in the Asian Cup, they were packed.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean? They were really good attendances, man. And they're using the same stadiums that they use for the World Cup.
Oh, brilliant.
And it was really, really good, man. So thanks to everybody out there in Qatar. That was great. But it's good to be back.
Well, welcome back. What did you bring us?
I bought you me.
Refund! No. What are you talking about?
You're funny. But listen, I literally landed back on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Got back, my flight coming about just after 7. Whizzed home, had a shower, went straight to the game.
To the game, yeah.
Wicked.
You must have been tired.
I was absolutely look, I'll tell you, I slept like for ages on Saturday night, man. I mean, but listen, it was all worth it. Yeah. I was so glad that I got back for the game. Yeah. You know, the guys in Qatar were saying, "Oh, why don't you just stay?" You know what I mean? There's a couple of games going on this, and I'll tell you, their hospitality, it was unreal, right? So I felt like staying, but I said, "Nah, man, I got to be back for that Arsenal game." Yeah. I go, that is a huge game. Yeah. And great result. We're going to touch on that in a minute. First of all, I remember watching the show last week, right? From afar. That debate that was going on. Where Yardi was asking, would you take a player
from any of the teams?
You wouldn't take De Bruyne.
No.
You wouldn't take Trent Alexander-Arnold.
No.
What's wrong? Listen, I know you love Arsenal.
No disrespect to them.
I know you love Arsenal, but come on, just be serious now. You wouldn't take Haaland, you said.
No.
But
you wouldn't take Haaland.
No.
But what it is, you have to understand, once we take them and we give them somebody else, they become an Arsenal player. You know that. They're not going to be a Man City player no more.
I want to add, if they can come and be added.
I said in the comments,
I don't want to give anybody away.
If it was up to time, we would still have Bentner playing for Arsenal.
He didn't do a bad job.
We still have Carney in his age right now still play. You'd have every player.
Listen,
you would not allow them to retire.
Listen, a Wanko could do a wicked job now. You see what he used to do?
Yes,
unbelievable.
But you still want them.
He's unreal.
It's unbelievable.
Right, so Rihanna comes up to you, yeah?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, go on.
And she says, Ty, I'd like to go on a date with you. You'd say no because she's a Liverpool fan.
Is she Liverpool?
She's said to be a Liverpool fan, yeah. So according to your logic, right, you'd say to Rihanna, no, sorry, no thank you, you're a Liverpool fan.
I would say, yeah, you support Arsenal and I will. I'm just joking. No.
And that's why he's single.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about.
What are you talking about, man? Just be real with it. Listen, there's nothing wrong with saying it. I'd have De Bruyne tomorrow. I'd have Haaland tomorrow. I'd have Trent Alexander-Arnold. Come on, just be real. They're great players. I'd have Salah.
Yeah.
I want to add.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose. I want to add. If they can be added to our team, then yeah.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical thing though.
It's not gonna happen tomorrow.
I want the team. Man. I want the team.
But anyway, listen, getting back to Arsenal,
but that is funny, though.
Fantastic result on Saturday.
Yeah,
I wanted to see certain things in that game. I'm like, yo, I want to see a performance. So I'm like, yo, these men have been away. They've been to Dubai.
There you Qatar, there you in it.
Not far.
Yeah.
Warm weather break.
Yes.
And eating up steak and them thing there from Salt Bay and all them thing. I'm like, yo, when you come back, bro, I want to see a performance. Yeah. Because if not, people are going to be looking at it and say, well, what you man just on yachts and all that over there?
Yeah.
But to be fair to them, you could see, big credit to Mikel Arteta, because you could see them in working on things.
Like
including
set
pieces.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 goals from set pieces. And a guy that I think, and a lot of people have started saying it after Saturday's game, that he's one of the most underrated players in our team and in the Premier League in defence, Gabriel.
Oh. Yep, I've been saying this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you watch all the shows from whenever, I always give Gabriel his praise, because I see people always get on his case. He has a mistake here and there. Listen, he is consistently good.
Brilliant.
He is good. He's one of the. What it is what most of the fans do is, because Saliba has come in and last season he's been marvelous.
Yep.
But it's a partnership. They work together. You know what? Shout out to Rio Ferdinand, because he was on a podcast, a show, and they were talking about centre backs. I saw a little clip and they were talking about it, and one of the guys made a joke and about giving Vidic credit for carrying Ferdinand throughout his career.
I don't know about that.
And no, but Ferdinand said, no, big up to him. And there's times I had to carry him. So even though it was a joke, they were joking, but it's true.
Yeah.
You have to understand, your centre backs partnerships are very key to have, because if you have one good defender, one good centre back, good, and the other one is average, it will make him not look good. You understand? He cannot be everywhere, so they have to have that communication, that understanding, and they work together. And Gabriel, for me, as I said, he's my favourite Arsenal player. I think he deserves all the credit he can get, because marvellous. He scored against Liverpool.
Yeah.
He scored again.
Yeah.
He did.
So
you know, you make a great point as well when you talk about centre-back partnerships, right? And I always think the best centre-back partnerships, always you got one that's a bit silky, like great ball player, and the other one's more aggressive,
rugged, hard. Yeah.
Obviously, with us, that's Saliba. He's the sort of silky one, great on the ball, but still strong, powerful, and everything.
Very strong,
And then you got the other one in Gabriel's, like more of a warrior, rough.
And we need that.
No nonsense, right? And if you actually look at a lot of the teams that have got good defences, like I was watching Liverpool yesterday, they've got that as well. They've got Van Dijk's their silky guy, obviously strong and everything, and then their rugged guys, Kanate, and that's a great partnership, and that's doing really well, you know. And if you look at a lot of teams that have good partnerships in a centre back, you always sort of see that dynamic. You always start to see that dynamic. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. He's really underrated, man. Really underrated, and you know. And did you see? I was actually watching Match of the Day on Saturday, and they were trying to break down how, because there were some different
I saw that.
different sort of set pieces that Arsenal did. For starters,
the triggers.
It wasn't Trossard taking.
It was Rice.
Yeah,
Declan Rice. So I remember when I saw Declan Rice going over to take it, I went to the game with my daughter and I said, Declan Rice, what? He should be in the box. Big guy like that. Why is he taking? But obviously they've worked on it. And then they spoke about on Match of the Day about the triggers.
The triggers,
that they were
which
using
was
to give certain signals. And it looks like a lot of it was to do with Odegaard pulling up his socks in a certain way and things like that.
So they reckon.
Yeah, so they reckon. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Well, bigger.
I reckon they were right. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? Alan Shearer was saying, that they're reaching. You don't think
I think it could be true. And the thing is about it, right, is that these teams now do work on these things in that way. They really take an example from American football, where they have all these different plays.
and
you're
set
right,
plays and that. And they've adopted that, a lot of that into football. So I wouldn't discount what they were saying on Match of the Day.
But we should because like we have got big players in our team. It's not like before when you remember before like a couple seasons ago when you look at the Arsenal team, like in the beginning of the game when they go down the lineup, and like you remember Aggie is a perfect example. Like when you used to see Chelsea's team and you see all these giants, Ballack, Essien, and you see all these players, and then you come down to us and then you're looking and you see it goes like this.
They're all about as tall as Ty.
but no, when you look at Arsenal team, the height, like Ben White's not a small guy. No. Gabriel, Saliba, Declan, like you said, Kai's the tallest one in the team.
I think Leandro's the only small one.
Definitely. But that's what I'm saying.
David,
it's really good that we have that presence now. So set pieces, we should be challenges. And like Gabriel, he got the first goal. He got round for the second.
Technically, should have been given to him.
He could have got that, to be honest.
It was him. I don't know why it's gone to Dean Henderson.
Work on that. Go to work on your strong points. You have this advantage. Use it. So I'm happy to see it.
And then, Trossard with a really good finish. And that came from
David,
again,
who had a good game.
Raya was distribution. That was brilliant. And then 2 goals by Martinelli. Ty. It's good to see him back on the score sheet.
Absolutely. The thing is, we got to big up David because David had a good game. He only made one mistake when he hit the ball to Lerma and he saved it. But I'm just thinking now, David should get his props because if Lerma had scored, people would have said, "Oh, look, he's made a mistake." I thought he was solid.
Yeah, he had a good game. He had a very good game.
Yeah, go on.
Like I said, Martinelli coming on getting a brace. Great for his confidence.
Great to gloss over the scoreline because it's 3-0 until injury time. Then it was 5-0. I obviously will say, I will try to be humble and say, commiserations to Eberechi because he was on our books. You know that?
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, he was on our books. So
what a player, by the way.
Oh, no, fantastic player.
Even in that game, he was like their only good player. Yeah. He stood out a mile. I mean, I'd love to see a player like Arsenal.
Would you take him at Arsenal?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he used to play for us, so why not?
You wouldn't take De Bruyne from Man City?
Because De Bruyne didn't play for us. You're that right. Because he's a
you know what? Elise was on at Arsenal as well.
Really?
Yeah. I never knew that. Kid, and then he went to Chelsea, and then he went, I think, to. You know what I mean? So, and he's another outstanding player. They've got 2 players there that I think come the end of the season, I'm not sure if they'll be there because Palace as well, they were really bad, man. They were really poor.
Were they really poor?
Put them to the sword.
But you're right. No, we was really good. But you know what annoys me? I'm going to say this. Like, we beat them 5-0, right?
Fantastic.
And when we was on the show last week, I was saying to Cecil and Ty that
you want a heavy score.
Going away to Dubai and you need to be, and after the results we've been getting.
You said we should go to Scotland.
Yeah, I did say we should go to Scotland. But I said, if you come back, you need to come back and we want to see, I don't want to see no little 1-0, 2-0. I said 4-1. As a matter of fact, I said, no,
you did 4-1,
4-0. Take away the 1, 4-0. And I'm like, I want to see that type of performance. I don't want to, we're just scraping it. And they gave that performance. You celebrate it and you say, well done, big up Arsenal, Martinelli, praise to Martinelli, getting 2 goals, he's back. Hopefully he's back and stuff like that. You have people, Gabriel. It's only Palace.
Yeah, that doesn't.
But guess what? If we beated Palace 1-0 or 2-1, they would say, oh, how are we struggling to Palace at home? We should be beating these teams 4-5. So it's like people just want to pick and choose. Listen,
absolutely.
Arsenal played very well. Really well. Very, very well. It's hard to find faults in that team on that.
It should have been about more than 5.
Let's build on this now. Let's keep it going.
Back on that Palace, remember they got a 2-2 draw at Man City.
After going 2-0 down.
Right, you know what I mean? So,
and they beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Yep. And beat Man United. So, I know.
Different players, obviously.
It's the Premier League, man. Anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah, so that was a good win.
Yeah,
that was a good win. Listen, they came and they tried to do the same thing West Ham did. But the difference was we got that goal and then we just kicked on from it.
Well, absolutely.
But the good thing for me, the best thing about that game was that we scored so many goals. Remember, we haven't scored, it's 3 games we played. We only scored 1 goal.
Yeah,
to score 5 in 1 game, that gets the confidence going.
Clean sheet.
Lots of players are on a score sheet.
Big up the goal difference as well.
Yeah, so clean sheet as well.
Yeah, clean sheet,
Perfect day.
Yeah.
For Mikel Arteta.
And Emile Smith-Rowe getting a run as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So Arteta was sitting on the beach over there in Dubai and dreaming of the dream result. That was it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
5-0, clean sheet. It couldn't have gone any better.
Yeah.
We are back in the title race now. You know what I mean? Liverpool won yesterday. We know they beat Bournemouth.
But then, Robbie,
they look very good, by the way.
Yeah.
Liverpool, you've got to give it to them.
Sorry, but can I stop you? Where are we out of it, though? Because I was looking at it before Crystal
Well,
Palace.
I think if you lose that game on Saturday, you're more or less out of it.
No, I mean before. Sorry, Yardi. But before. Because I was looking at it thinking, the way people make it for us.
Do you know what it is, right, Ty? Points-wise, we weren't out of it, yeah?
That's what I mean.
But if you lose to Palace, the momentum's all gone. And then you just look on it and then it's just doom and gloom. And
even a draw. Not even a draw would be a disaster.
Fans don't believe, the players don't believe, and he just thinks to himself, nah, you know, it ain't happening. Let's just try and get a top 4.
A draw would have been a disaster.
You know, a win with 5 points off of Liverpool at the top, right?
And we still have to play them at home.
And we still got to play them at home. We're back in it again, but we've got to go on a run now. We've got to kick on for this. We've got Nottingham Forest.
And we have to win.
Well, it's not even next weekend, it's the Tuesday.
Tuesday, next Tuesday,
Because we're out of the FA Cup, of course.
Unfortunately.
But again now, we've got to use that as an advantage.
Exactly.
To try and say, right, Nottingham Forest got to play next weekend.
Yes.
We, on that Tuesday, should be fresher than them again.
So make them go Dubai again. Send them go Dubai again for 5 years.
A bit like Palace, right? In Palace, they had to play during the week. They had to play during the week in the FA Cup. They got knocked out by by Everton. So they had to go there and they played quite a strong team.
They did.
So
it's mad.
We've got to use these advantages. We've got very important games.
We do have advantage.
If we can get a bit of momentum going, go and beat Nottingham Forest, then the big one against Liverpool.
Liverpool,
Beat Liverpool, we are definitely
And Liverpool are playing about 3 more games before we play them.
Yes, we are definitely, you know, but big up to Liverpool. They look impressive yesterday. What they've got in that, like Jota and that, they didn't even miss Salah. You know what I mean?
They didn't miss him in that game.
Yeah, they didn't miss him in that game.
No. I do hear that. I would say about our game, I was surprised though, that, you know, with Gabriel, I was surprised that he wasn't given fouls because he was leaning on the player. I'm surprised that.
I don't know, because I think it's a thing where he goes to jump, right? But the player just stands, does that thing where he just stands like that, right? So he looks like he's sort of coming over him like that, but it's the player. That player is really sort of. Sometimes they do those, in on the pitch where the foul will go the other way.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you've just deliberately stood there to make the player literally go over you. You know, but it's a great goal.
Great too. He should have got the second goal. Why was it given as a Dean Henderson?
It came off him.
Because it was going.
But you know, we won, we move on from one hand. You know, I need to ask you guys before we move on though. Is there any player from not Arsenal team, not that you would take, but do you think there's a player? I'm going to have these questions, don't worry. Right? And you guys at home, guys at home can comment as well.
I hope you can add this on to my Grace of the Week.
No,
this is unscheduled.
No, this is scheduled. This is scheduled. So you guys at home can comment as well and let us know, right?
It is scheduled.
Is there any player from a different team, like, what's a past, maybe in the last, since the Premier League era,
that we would take?
That you wouldn't take, that you feel deserved more for their career, that didn't get it?
Whoa.
That is not an Arsenal player.
That's a very good question.
What do you mean, deserve more for their career?
Deserved more credit or deserve to more at least achieve stuff for their career?
That's a great question.
And it can't be an Arsenal player. Let me say, you guys at home.
There's one obvious one, isn't it?
Who? Harry Kane?
In that the guy, like I look at him last year,
Yeah.
Spurs were terrible. Absolutely.
And yet he scored 20 something.
And he still scored all the goals. He was second top goal scorer in thing, right? And you could look at him and Son and say over the years, right, they deserve really. But it's their fault. They joined Tottenham. You know what I mean? Right? So, I mean, it's like the curse of playing for Spurs. But,
I'm trying to wonder, you know.
That's Gerrard.
Gerrard. I was going to say Gerrard.
Yes,
Gerrard. I think Gerrard definitely...
one of the best players around the generation.
Yeah.
Never really... I mean, all right, he won the Champions League, but never won the league. Really won the league, really. He was so good.
Yeah, I think Gerrard is one. And also, I again... It's crazy because Spurs seem to I always get one of them, but I feel Defoe deserved.
Yeah, he's a goon, isn't it?
Deserved a little bit more for what he was capable of because he never really got the chances. Like, I think if he moved from that club and was at one of the other big clubs or a bigger club, obviously, he would have achieved more in his career. I think.
Yeah. I'm looking at some players. Listen,
okay, I got one.
Sorry,
I got one.
No,
it's not. Go on, Robbie.
No, go on with yours.
I'm sorry, thank you. The thing is, it's weird about asking about other clubs, but I would have to think, even though I'm not sure about what he says about us, I would like to speak to him about what he says about us, but I haven't been able to speak to him. It's Michael Owen. Because when you think of it, what did he really win at Liverpool?
He won the FA Cup, innit?
Yeah, but he could have won the league.
But it's
with
his own
his goals.
fault. His own fault though.
Because he left, when
he
they
left,
won the
right? And
Champions League.
then when he left, now they won the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then he came back, right, and went to Man United, right?
Yes.
So I don't think no Liverpool fans were too,
No, that's absolutely true. What was you going to say, Robbie? Sorry, you was going to say.
I was going to say, you know what? There's a couple of players playing now.
Yeah.
Right, and we saw one on Saturday that their managers should be playing at a different level. Eze.
Yeah.
That guy, quality.
Yeah.
They got to Eze and Elise. Those guys are
unbelievable.
Top 4 football club
No,
players.
they're ready.
Yeah, but
Top 4 football club players.
and so you don't think they will stay because they both signed new contracts? Is that
I don't think they'll stay.
for
no.
that
I think they'll
to
be
sell
gone.
them on for something?
I think one of them will be gone. I think Elise will be gone.
Really?
I think Eze is getting a little older now. Elise is.
Mope. You not think Mope?
What about him?
He scored a great goal.
Did he? I know.
Actually, yeah, he did. He scored the winner.
Yeah.
He scored the winner for Brentford.
I know Ivan Toney scored. Funny thing is, you know when I was watching it, right?
That's another player as well. He should be at a higher level.
Yeah.
He will be in the summer. Ivan Toney.
Yeah. No, the funny thing with the Mope goal, when I saw it and it went to VAR, I was hoping it would be disallowed. I said, oh
Bad
no.
mind, man. Bad mind.
When I said yes, it's going to VAR. Oh no. But big up to Ivan Toney though.
By the way, I see you got your Nigeria cap on, man.
I have.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks, Robbie.
You think Nigeria will win AFCON?
Hopefully. I mean,
That's
we
not
didn't.
very confident.
No.
No. Well,
He had a good win over Ivory Coast.
we did, but then we didn't have. We had a draw against Equatorial Guinea, which has given us the 4 points. So I don't know. Hopefully, I think with us, we're just trying to keep a low profile.
Low profile. You should be walking that tournament, really. With the players that you've got, Victor Osimhen.
Yes, Victor
Boniface. All these players, top players.
My namesake who's injured, Taiwo Awoniyi. Yeah, but
all these top players across Europe you've got. We're keeping a low profile.
We have,
You should
but-
be sticking your chest out and winning the tournament.
No, but we have, Robbie. You are right. But what I would say to you is, Ivory Coast for years had one of the greatest teams. They didn't win anything. So it's not always the team that's got the best players. It's the team that can play the best. That's what I'm saying.
Stop making excuses, man. You should be walking.
It's not excuses.
The resources you've got and the players that you've got and where they play around are top teams. I mean, Iwobi, all these guys.
We should be.
You should, Nigeria, to me, should be winning that tournament.
We should be doing much better.
But why then?
Because
So then stick your chest out. Are you going to win it?
hopefully. You know me already. This is why I love.
What did you think about Salah? I don't think he's injured, man. I don't think
He
pretended.
Listen, he was running. I don't remember who had the ball. His teammate had the ball. They were running towards goal on the counter attack. Salah was open. All the guy had to do is pass it to him.
Yeah.
The guy decided he's carrying on straight. Got tackled, lost the ball. Salah just went on the floor. He's like, yo, what am I doing?
No, but you wouldn't.
No, he's injured.
He's
He was in tears when he come up. Let me tell you something. This is one thing that I learned big time from going to that Asian Cup last week, right? Those players that are there representing their country, they are glad to be there.
Absolutely.
They are absolutely 100% bought into. They want to win that for their country. A lot of times we're here and we're thinking to ourselves, oh, I bet he doesn't even want to go. He wants to stay with his.
They want to go.
Want to stay with Arsenal. He want to stay with Liverpool. I'm telling you, the pride that they have, and then when they get there, the support that they're getting from their fellow country people, they want to do well. They don't want to come back.
You think Anana get
maybe
that?
he's the exception. He's the only one.
Yo, Anana left. Imagine, sorry, yo. Man United kept Anana because they said, yo, we have an important game, which they didn't even win, right? He conceded, 2 goals in that game? It was 2-2.
Oh, yeah, Tottenham,
right?
But he couldn't do much about the goals.
He flew back. To get to. He was flying back to get to the game the next day. He didn't make it in time to the game. Had to stand still. Then when he played the next game, he conceded 3 goals.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, most of the other players, right, as I said, what I saw there last week, they want to be there playing for their country.
And they enjoy it.
We need to remember that sometimes, because I think we'd be just saying, oh, why would he want to leave the Premier League to go and play for Japan, Tomiyasu? Nah, he wants to be there. He wants to represent his country.
They're proud to represent their country.
They're very proud to represent their country, and they're devastated when they lose a game. Right? So you know.
But this is it, Robbie. That's what I'm saying. When we won in 2013, we didn't have the African nations. We don't have a strong team that we won it. All the players.
That's time you won it again.
Well, hopefully.
That's 11 years ago.
But Robert, this is kind of hope so. But like I said, we have to buy into it. We have all the players. And forget about the fans. All the players and the staff have to be as one.
When's the next game?
Our next game is today. That's why I'm in colours. Yeah. I got my Nigerian stuff there. We have got Guinea-Bissau, and if we
I swear this team beat you before.
Possibly in qualifiers, but not. But hopefully not. If we draw a win, then we're guaranteed top 2.
If you lose, early showers.
No, early showers because we still might go through because we've got 4 points. So we could still go through, we lose it, but hopefully we can win. But like I said, we're just going. I know Robbie's eyes are burning me. We're just going humbly along because that's what everybody thinks. We've got because we got
Nigerians going humbly along. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know many Nigerians.
Yeah, but it's not me though.
Right?
You know what I'm like though. You know what I'm like.
The word humble. They don't really come into it when it comes to football.
But you know
their chest is out there. They say how bad their team is a great.
Arsenal to win the Premier League. Arsenal to win the Premier League or Nigeria to win AFCON this season.
Boy.
Oh, that's a good one.
The thing is, you know what?
I'll choose one. Only one.
Yeah.
Yes or no right now?
Yeah.
Yes
Arsenal?
or no?
Well, no, sorry. Arsenal or Nigeria right now? Which one?
To win the Premier League or to win the AFCON?
I think there's 2 great teams there.
Which one?
I'd have to pick club because I think
Arsenal.
Yeah, because I think we can go a long way. But that's what I'm saying. You're saying about.
I'm going ban you for Nigeria.
No, because I'm telling the truth because hopefully
he banned anyway.
Hopefully too, but
don't make him come.
Anyway, you know what? Right, let's get into.
Let me come back, you know.
Boohoo man.
Boohoo man of the week.
Boohoo man of the week. Hey, listen. Mention goes out to Ivan Toney, man. Big up yourself, man.
Come back.
Come back.
Yeah.
First day. Scored, and the craziest, the last goal he scored was a free kick against them.
Yeah.
Identical.
Came back. And you know what? I see a lot of people talking about the fact that he moved the ball to the side.
He cheated.
So what?
And he moved the foam as well.
So,
the man even moved the foam.
But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's not.
It's crafty.
That's crafty, and that's the referee's. That's the referee's job to be paying attention. How many times have we seen somebody gets fouled here and they take the kick over there? How many times? If he leaves to a goal, that's when you complain.
I think the Forest players, they should have complained about it. They just let him do it.
Yeah, but also, and that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't score, nobody complains.
Yeah. The funny thing, you know the funny thing is, what's brilliant is that he was doing it while the referee's back was turned.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, man.
I think it's hilarious. And the thing is, there's people that have done worse. So why them on? Why
exactly.
them on?
If you'd have done that against us, you would have been on.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have. No. But
you're a liar, man.
No, I'm not saying no.
If Ivan Toney had done that against us, you wouldn't have moaned about it.
He's a cheat.
I'm not saying
He's a disgrace, and he should get relegated.
Give me a break, man.
No, you haven't let me. You haven't let me answer. No, I wouldn't like it. But I'd also say, like you said, what is the referee doing? And also, our players should, because I don't know if it's somebody that was saying on the channel, which I won't name. Somebody said what they should have did is compared to referee, somebody stand in front of him so he can't take it.
Yeah, they should have.
Do you know what I mean?
They should have shifted the wall. But again, sorry, I'm gonna get to the boo-boo man. How many times have we seen free kicks being given, the player goes to take the free kick and the wall steps up. A free kick is one of those ones where it goes both ways. But everyone's deceiving the ref to try and stop
but
it.
Even so, they still saw him move it.
And did
nothing. They could have adjusted the wall.
They probably said, he ain't gonna score. And he did. So big up to you, Ivan Toney.
He did.
You don't know. Yeah, my dog that.
Is it?
Yeah, Bridget. Boohoo, man, I'm going to get to Gabriel, man. We talked about him earlier. There's not much more we need to say. It's just that he's very underrated.
Very underrated.
But he shows he has the potential to carry on. And him and Saliba together are going to be a great partnership. We just need to make sure we keep. And like I said, I think previous shows, not this last one, but before, I think beginning of season or end of last season, we need these players need to start winning stuff though.
Yeah.
Because that's how you keep players. When we're not winning, that's when they want to look elsewhere because they want to achieve. And I think that's why they deserve it. So Gabriel, big up to you.
Idiot of the week.
Idiot of the week. I'm gonna make it's Roy Hodgson, but I'm gonna let
to me, we were
take over.
No, we were discussing it earlier, and I go, to me, it's Roy Hodgson, right? Because I'm sorry, right? You saw the banners that the Palace fans put up
I saw that.
game. A lot of that's aimed at the board, but why did they give this guy the job for this season, right?
Yeah, but it's not his fault, is it?
He came in last season, done a great job.
Brilliant job after
up.
Patrick was sacked, unfortunately.
But now you can just see, he's dead football, man. That guy, Roy Hodgson, if you study his career, he never plays ambitious football.
No.
He did brilliantly to keep them up.
Brilliant. They done really well.
But now what they should have done was bought someone, and it's no disrespect to him.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's done
a lot of things.
He's had a great managerial career, even being the England manager, even though it didn't work out. He's managed Liverpool, Fulham, he's managed big clubs over in Italy.
Yeah.
But to me, if you want to push a club forward, Roy Hodgson.
Yeah.
Right? Look at how they played, man. They just literally had everybody behind the ball.
Yeah.
Because Roy Hodgson have that old school mentality of their football.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
With Palace, you know, look at their players, you know, they are young, talented. A lot of young talented. They want to play exciting football.
There was no Lisa.
No, it doesn't
They've got other players. They've got a young player. They've got that young player they brought in from Brazil. Roy Hodgson ain't even playing him, right?
Yeah.
And he would probably argue and say to himself, well, if I didn't put everybody behind the ball, we lose 5-0. Well, you lost 5-0 anyway. Idiot of the week, Roy Hodgson, man, definitely. Have a go, man. Have a go for it sometimes.
Yeah, but it could have been 10 if they had a go. Huh? It could have possibly been 10 if they had a go.
No, it wouldn't have been 10. Have a go. Have a go.
No, it would have been 10.
You know what I mean? Anyway, that's the idiot of the week.
Grace of the week is...
Grace of the week, was it Mope? You're going to big him up for the great goal?
No, Grace of the week is going to be a sad one. But before I say Grace of the week is going to be sad, it's going to be quite a sad one, unfortunately.
All right.
James in the house.
Disgrace then.
No. Yeah, so, thank you. It's actually...
So it's grace and disgrace.
It's a bit of both. But before I say that, I want to say congratulations to our women for beating Everton women 2-1. What I have a gripe with in football terms is it was at 2 o'clock when our game was at 12:30 against Crystal Palace. So unfortunately, you couldn't make both. And I'm disappointed. I don't know why we clash. A bit disappointed. And also, I'm gonna do a humble thing because you said I'm not very humble. In fact, you tried to remember. You tried to call me something that is Troy Deeney's forte. But anyway, I digress. It's congratulations to Lauren James because she scored a hat trick.
Brilliant hat trick.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right, what's your grace of the week?
Bigger up. Well, the grace and disgrace of the week is grace of the week for Mannion, and disgrace of the week, big him up for walking off.
All right, so that's Mannion, who's of course the goalkeeper for AC Milan.
Yeah.
Walks
well
off
done
the pitch.
Yep.
Because he's been racially abused at a game against Udinese, monkey chance.
Yes.
You can see fans there doing the usual.
And that's the disgrace. Yeah. But well done to him. And I'm on a show which I won't name. Big up Darren Lewis. He was talking, and even I don't know if any of you
saw that his interview.
Yeah.
Darren Lewis from the Mirror, and he's right. Me and Darren have spoken about this before. Right? Yeah. Enough is enough, man. We get bored of coming on there and talking about this. This problem is still happening.
It's still happening.
Right? But it's not as bad in the Premier League, but it's not. Let's not get it twisted and think it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah.
But particularly in places like Italy.
Yeah, Spain.
How many times now, how many more of these Italian clubs are going to get done for this?
Yeah.
And then they don't do nothing about it. It's on to the next one. It's on the next one and the next one. And, it's time. And like you said, that Infantino came out and spoke about teams being sanctioned and being,
Do you know what to solve the problem?
Just do it.
Well, he can do it, innit? He's in charge.
Do you know what they should do to solve this problem? It's not even so much identify the ones who are doing it. It's just saying, all right, it's coming from that section. We're banning fans. All you fans are banned. Because hear what? Because because if I do something wrong and you stand there and you know it's me and you're allowing it to go on, you agree with what I'm doing. So if you get him banned
They do that already, innit?
Make them play with no fans.
Listen, I've got the solution. I've said this a million times.
You have, yeah.
They've done stadium bans. They shut half of this ground, half of that. They come back and they do the same thing again. These guys, they wear it like a badge of pride. That's how we are, right?
Yeah.
But there's one way. The one thing you do where overnight, right, it'll be finished, right? When you turn around and you dot points.
Yeah.
You say, right, you know what, your team, this is now, say a team does it the first time, you might do the things like you say, right, a stadium ban. When you do it the second time now, they're like, right, you know what, that's twice now. It's the same thing. You as a football club haven't dealt with the problem because the football club is responsible for the people who come into the grounds. Yeah. You can make sure that those idiots and these so-called ultras, who they are sometimes, and that you can take action against them. But sometimes them ultras are so powerful, it's almost like these men are scared to take action against them. If you turn around and you say, right, you know what, happened again, right, what we're doing is we're docking you 10 points.
Yes.
You will see every single club out there get themselves in order, right? Because when teams start dropping out of leagues, you've seen with even, you know, I know it's something totally different,
Everton,
but you've seen with the FFP thing, right? I personally think that what happened to Everton with the points being docked for, you know, them mismanaging their finances is why we've seen such a slow January transfer window. Because teams are thinking now and they're thinking, boy, if we start splashing out money we ain't really got, man, we could get points docked. We'll be very careful here. Dock points for it. Throw teams out of competition. You're in the Champions League and your fans are racially abusing people. You're not in it next year. You're banned. You're out of it. When they did that to English football clubs, back in the day, Ty, you remember this from when me and you used to go them times, right? When hooliganism was rife. And then the English clubs, we had that big thing, it was the incident with the Juventus fans. When the Juventus fans got killed. I think it was Liverpool fans. Right? What did they do? They threw us out of Europe.
For a long time.
For a long time.
And it's still effective up to today.
And literally, the clubs in England had to get together and say, yo, you know, enough is it. Because the hooligans used to run the thing. Every game I used to go to, there were fights. It was organised. Man would ring up, man, let's meet. And right? They took drastic action to make sure that those things don't happen anymore. They took actions like if you got caught, you know, hooliganism at a game, you're banned.
They need
for life. 5 years.
They need to do something.
How much hooliganism do you see at games now in the Premier League? You've seen very little.
Very little.
You might see the odd idiot. But the organised scale that it used to be on, that does no longer exist. And that's because it was taken seriously. But the problem in football when it comes to racism, it's not taken seriously. Every time someone says something about it, it's like, oh, get on with it, or, oh yeah, all right, let's stadium ban for that section. And then man, they just come back the week after. But I'm telling you, you come hard on it. If you're stood up in the ground, a bit like what you said there, Yardi, right? You stood up in the ground, right? And you hear somebody racially abusing, say Arsenal at the weekend, and I'm stood up there, and you know someone's racially abusing Eze in Palace, and I know that Arsenal's going to get, you know, if this continues, we could be facing a points deduction, and we're going for the league. Yo, you'll see how many fans. If they don't deal with that guy themselves, they'll be calling him out and they'll be saying to people, yo, come and get this guy out of the ground. We do not want him here, right? Because we don't want him to jeopardise our team.
It's true.
Solved overnight.
It's true. But
it shouldn't be a situation where Mannion has to walk off the pitch. Why does he have to do anything? All the man's gone to do is play football. There's stewards there, there's police there, there's stadium security there, there's the people in charge of the football in Italy. Why's Mannion got to take a stand? Why's it always got to be the player that walks off?
That's what Darren says.
What's that about? Why should it be? Why should it be on them? It shouldn't even be them. You know. No. Take the thing seriously, and it ends overnight. But they're not serious, man. I've said it before.
I agree.
I've said it before. It's not serious. It's not a serious thing. Anytime you're serious about
points
something,
deduction will definitely affect. Because if you're right, if I know somebody there beside me, team are gonna lose 10 points.
They'll be out.
If you knew, you stood by racist chants or homophobic chants.
Well, verbally.
You know, someone's like homophobic chants or whatever. You know what I mean? Anti-Semitic, whatever it is, you're there and someone's there doing it. And you know the points deduction's coming. You're going to do something.
You're going to react.
The fans themselves will self-police that and make sure that them idiots don't return back to the game. You're not welcome because you don't represent us.
Absolutely.
That's a good disgrace of the week, man.
Good disgrace of the week.
And also, can I also
No, you can't, because we've spoken long on that now.
I know.
Now we've got to get to the end of the show.
I know, but it's just added on to that. Even though it's the Vice Premier League, Casey Palmer as well, for Coventry City, for calling somebody out that was making, and they threw a bottle in, but he called them out. So well done to him as well.
Well done to him as well. Well, we've reached the end of the show today, but we hate talking about them sort of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the good thing to talk about today is that Arsenal are back on track.
Yes.
Right? 5-0 win over Crystal Palace. Now, we don't have a game next weekend because...
We don't.
But shortly after, on the Tuesday night, we do have to get Nottingham Forest away. Won't be easy.
Yeah.
Forest, they beat Manchester United at home. They went away and beat Newcastle. I know they lost to Brentford, but that's not going to be an easy game. But Arsenal, if we're going to win the league, if we can win that game, and then that following week, the game against Liverpool.
Yes.
Ooh, that'll be tasty. Come on, Arsenal, man.
Come on. Good luck to all our
teams. Thanks to Yardi. Thanks to Ty.
Thank you, Robbie. Good luck to Nigeria as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And also, want to thank Boohoo, man. Don't forget you can get an additional 10% off by using the code AFTV10. Use that right now. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.